one thing I want to switch gears and talk about just quickly is Michael Chandler. Obviously, he's coming off one of the, he's becoming one of the most exciting fighters to watch on, if not, the most exciting fighter to watch on the roster. Yeah. I know Ariel is in favour of a Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor fight, which I am as well. I think it would be a huge, exciting fight. What are your thoughts for Chandler's next fight? And considering the damage he's taken recently, do you think we see much more of Michael Chandler after this next fight?
It's a good question. And I keep saying, like, every time we watch one of these types of wars, where literally the guys are on the verge of being out multiple times in a single fight, all the blood, all the big blows. I'm like, I just can't imagine he has a ton more of those in him, man. Yeah. And remember, this is a guy who was doing it 10 years ago against Eddie Alvarez, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this is a guy who's had those kinds of fights in the past. It's crazy because I keep thinking at some point he'll default back to his wrestling roots a little more and kind of control it a little more and try to minimize damage. Mm-hmm. But it seems like his big exhilaration is to put on a show, and it's crazy because he stole that mantle, I think, from Justin Gaethje in the end. Gaethje was always the guy who fought like this, the wrestler who now turned into a brawler. Mm-hmm. I think that he still holds that. I honestly don't think he can continue that much more. But I also think what has happened is he has emerged as that guy, that action A side. So they can book him. It doesn't have to be, if you want to reward him for fighting that way, a Conor McGregor fight is totally fine. I would love it. I think most people would love that. Mm. If you want to just tone it back, he could fight anybody from 10 to 6 in that rankings. And I think it would be cool because he doesn't have to go in there against a killer. You could give him a bounce back fight. You could, and also if he's going to go in there and fight the way he fights anyway, he's the A side in that scenario, right? Like I think he's proven that he's the action guy who's going to throw down. He's going to drag that fight into something big. So I feel like they could do anything with Michael Chandler at this point. Mm-hmm. But from a fan standpoint, I love it. But I'm always a little bit like, don't do that too much, man. I don't want you, stuttering as you get older. You know what I mean? So hopefully not like that.